Hello, this is our project. We have the Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafre, known as the Great Pyramid of Giza, and the Pyramid of Menkaure, or something. And then we have the three littler pyramids and the Sphinx over here. I'll come over to the Sphinx so you can see it a little bit better. We have some like little cracks in it because it's gotten old and doesn't have a nose because Egyptians they say that Egyptians took target practice at it and it blew and they shot it off. Okay, so let's start with the Great Pyramid. So this was 755 feet long on each side, and it was so 755 feet long on each side, and then it's 454 feet tall. So once you enter, you go down the staircase, which is resembling the entrance, and then on the layout there's an ascending passageway, like going up. So it's going up, and then there's a descending passageway which is going down. Okay, so Brody Niederschmidt, he did this pyramid, so he made a secret code. It goes up, up, and up, and then it opens up a passageway, and this passageway leads you to the Queen's Chamber, because the Queen's Chamber was 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, so it is a pretty small gap. That's why we have it as a 1 by 1 gap, to resemble how small it was. And if you go down here, this just leads to a chamber, and here we have a question. Where did the Egyptians get the material? Where did they get granite? Did they get it from the ocean, or up the river at Aswan? They did not get it from oceans. They got it from up the river at Aswan. How did they make granite? Did they use burned rocks, or did they use tools to carve out the rocks? They did not burn the rocks. They used tools to carve out the rocks. So, as you can see here, this leads you to just like a treasure room. And so that was that. And up here at the ascending passageway, up here, you go up here, and here's the king's chamber. Here's his coffin, and they buried him with all of his riches. And they did the same with the queen. So let's go over to this pyramid, which is the Pyramid of Khufu. So, how did they get limestone? This is the descending passageway. There's the ascending passageway and the descending passageway. This is the descending passageway. I built this pyramid, Ethan Kuhn. How did they get limestone? Did they get it from up the river Aswan, or did they get it from Giza? They did not get it from Aswan. They got it from Giza. So this just leads to a little treasure room. And so then, if you go up the ascending passageway, this leads you into the Queen's Chamber for this pyramid. Where here's the Queen's coffin, and she got buried with all of her riches. The Queen's Chamber, like the room that she was buried in, was a little bit bigger than all the other ones. So then, if you go up here, this is the Grand Gallery, where it just leads to the King's Chamber. Where it leads to the King's Chamber. That's where the King's Chamber was kept, and he was buried with all of his riches and goods. So then if you go down here, that's it for this pyramid. And there's the pyramid over here, which is the pyramid of Menkaure. So, why were the pyramids built? The pyramids were built because the Egyptians believed in the afterlife. So this leads into the Queen's Chamber, like all of them. This one's a little bit tinier. It wasn't that high up built. So here she is, buried with all of her riches. And here's just a little trap, like a booby trap. It shoots you with an arrow. And if you go up the stairs, down here, this is just like a chamber to lead into the king's chamber, so we decorate it with some gold. There's just a hallway. You go up these stairs, and it leads you into this room. And this room is the king's chamber. The king's chamber is, as always, it has the king's coffin, and then all of his riches and goods. And I'm pretty sure this is the last pyramid. So, there you have it, our pyramid. Our sources, I will put them up there once I'm done editing this. So, I'll cite our sources. Thank you for your time.